Hello, hello, my NFA, Max Potential Habits friends. I'm so psyched to be here for another week. This week, we're gonna talk about giving up. Have you ever felt like giving up? I don't want you to give up because I know that when you persevere, you can succeed in creating whatever you want. But I also know that in this microwave mentality society and in the process of building a business, there are a ton of stumbling blocks, and along the journey, it is very common to think, I just want to freaking give up. So I'm here today to be that inspiring person, messenger, light for you so that you can stay in the game, stay strong, and not give up right before you get to your biggest breakthroughs. If this is your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda Barrientez, the founder of NFA Coaching, the host of this podcast. This is your place each and every week to come for tips, tools, and inspirational interviews to help you optimize your habits so you can thrive in life and business. And this is one of my favorite places to be. And related to this story of not giving up right before the breakthrough, I want to remind you that most people give up far too fast. I love this quote by Jim Rohn. He says, "Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." And I'd like to add, instead of wishing you were better, be better. Remember, this is a habits podcast and success is a habit. My definition of habits is that it's a repeated pattern of thoughts, decisions, and actions that over time become automatic. So you can set yourself up to be either failure conscious or focusing on all the problems, or you can be success conscious, and you can decide, commit, and take action to fulfill your vision. And what that takes in the hard times is you being committed to persevering and taking daily action for the long term. I can't think of one single thing in my life or any successful person's life where it came to them super easily and they had overnight success and didn't run into this moment where they were like, maybe I should just give up. But the difference between the people who actually get where they want to go and the people who keep saying that and then pivoting in different directions and having scattered object syndrome and thinking, oh, this business just isn't for me, those people that stay in the game and persevere are the ones who succeed because they're willing to sit through those moments where they want to quit, and they're willing to wait and see what's on the other side of the breakthrough. And in another episode, I don't remember the number, but I talked about how your business is an evolutionary cycle of upward growth, and it's a spiral trajectory. So it doesn't just go, I take 2 steps forward and I just keep stepping forward and quickly I get to the top of the mountain. It's I take some steps forward, I run into some stumbling blocks, I persevere. And again, I love the definition of perseverance. It means persistence in doing something despite delay or difficulty in achieving success. So if this is you, if you're in this moment right now when you're like, I just don't know if I can take it anymore, I want to quit, I don't know what I'm doing, I wish it would be easier, I wish I could get there faster, why am I not getting there faster? First of all, give yourself a break and realize that that's very normal on the upward spiral. It's taking steps forward, it's running into obstacles, it's sitting back and reassessing, it's getting reinvigorated. I'm going to give you some steps to get reinvigorated and get reconnected so that you can stay in the game to have the breakthroughs. But I want you first to have the mental clarity that it's really, really normal. As animals, we live by the pleasure-pain principle and we want instant gratification. This is normal, but you as a habits master and a mindset master know that if you want to succeed, you've got to persevere. You've got to persist through delay or challenges, right? You see challenges as on the way instead of in the way. You take the steps and you keep reaching out for new resources. You learn what you don't know. You hang out with people who are succeeding because it rubs off on you. And you want to be a person who stays in the game long term. Now, I will say this. every once in a while, people get stuck on a trajectory where they have other people's injected values and they think they should be doing something and they committed to something that doesn't align. You will know this is the case if you're on a path where you feel like crap all the time. You're not really inspired to do what you're doing ever. You feel like it's just constant drudgery, and then you're going like, I just want to quit. That could be feedback that you do need to pivot. So I'm not talking about that. If you're getting feedback that you need to pivot, take the leap, be brave, and pivot, because life is short. You don't want to be setting yourself up for a life of stuff you don't love to do. You're never going to have a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling if you do that. I'm talking about when you are building a business and you see the vision and you really want it badly and you know that it's in alignment with your highest calling, with what you want to create in the world, but you're struggling a little bit and there's those blocks that make you want to quit. I'm talking about when you know what you want, but you're just hesitating and getting a little bit scared and you're thinking, maybe I should just quit. I want you to remember, in that case, you only fail when you stop trying. I know you've heard these quotes before, and I didn't even quote the people because they've been said so many times. You only fail when you stop trying. One day you'll thank yourself for not giving up. Right when you're ready to quit is usually when you're about to have the biggest breakthrough. I want you to remember these things. I love, love, love Les Brown. He says, you've got to be hungry. And he says it in a much better voice than I just did. But he says, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry. You've got to be persistent and consistent and dedicated to fulfilling your vision. And let yourself have the universe bring things to you. You don't always have to know the way, but don't give up. These are my encouraging words for you today. Okay, so if you're feeling like quitting, remember success is a habit. And I'm going to give you these 6 things that you can do to start to reconnect and stay in the game so that you can have the big breakthroughs that you want to have, which is a fulfilling life, a fulfilling business, making an impact, having a large income, doing exactly what you love doing. That's the life we all want. So number 1, get reconnected to why you've chosen the path. So here's a really critical thing. Sit down and journal for a while and remember why you even started. Because sometimes we can get so stuck in the details of building a business that we forget why we started. So I want you to reconnect to your why, the meaning behind it, and go 6 levels deep. Why do I want that? Why do I want that? Why do I want that? You know, it's like, okay, I want a successful business. Why? Because I want to make a lot of money. Why? Because I want to feel fulfilled and never worry. Why? And just keep going and going and going, and you'll get to this place where number 2, you raise your vibe through having a connection to the emotion of your why. You want to get to where you connect to your why, where you have a tear of gratitude in your eye and you're like, oh yeah, I remember why I'm taking daily action even in the face of slow success. Right? Slow rewards. We're all working for reward. We're working for doing what we love. And when it comes a little bit slowly, sometimes we want to quit, but don't quit. Get back connected to your why and raise your vibe, because that's the law of attraction. You're going to attract to you more opportunities that'll help you break through faster. Number 3, stop focusing on the problems and visualize the desired outcome. Often when we're in that moment of wanting to quit, we start focusing on all the problems in our business. We focus on what's not working. We focus on the perceived failures instead of continuing to focus our energy and our vision and our thoughts and our actions on the possible outcomes that we want to see. So I want you to redirect your thoughts. This is your job to train your brain in mindset training every single day to, instead of focusing on the problems, focus on the solutions, focus on your desired outcomes. This is really powerful for manifesting. Number 4, saturate your brain with inspiration. Okay, I want you to listen to inspirational podcasts, watch inspirational movies, read biographies of people who have been successful, listen to a 5-minute podcast, get inspired to do whatever it takes to transform into the most empowered version of yourself so you can lead the life you want to lead, so you can break through in your business. Number 5, implement the NFA habit of consistent daily action. Consistent daily action. Remember how important that is. Even when you don't want to do it, because that's what it takes to build a successful business. And number 6, trust the universe to show you the way. In this whole process of building your business. You don't have to know all the hows. Just take the leap, take one step, take the leap, and keep taking steps forward and trust that the opportunities, the answers, the resources will all come your way. Rewind and listen to that, write it down. I promise this will work for you. Just stay in the game, don't quit. The people that I see being really highly successful coaches, it's because they've been in the game for a long time. They didn't quit, and I'm not quitting, and I don't want you to quit either. I am so grateful for you being here. I hope you have an incredible week where you break through to the next level of yourself because you were willing to stay in the game. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Max Potential Habits podcast. If you're liking what you've heard, it would be so incredibly awesome if you would subscribe to the channel and leave a 5-star rating and a written review. This helps me help more people while we grow our NFA community so we can rock it out together. For Max Potential Habits resources, go to nfacoaching.com where you can access all of my resources. There's free ebooks, PDF checklists, a journal template, a business mindset meditation kit, and so much more. Plus, links to NFA coaching on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And if you're super serious about up-leveling, there's also a link to schedule a free consult to work with me in group or one-on-one coaching. Until next time, I hope you have a Max Potential Habits Day where you get inspired to do whatever it takes to transform into the most empowered version of yourself so you can lead a rich, thriving, kick-ass life and business.